And first up tonight, that big development surrounding the horses found abused and living in a barn littered with horse carcasses. It's a story we broke open nearly 1 year ago.
You may remember this horrifying scene only our cameras captured. More than a dozen horses found dead inside a Black Forest barn. 8 others found starving to death, including Dual Peppy, a champion cutting horse.
Sherri Brunzell owned those horses. She was sentenced to 60 days in jail and 5 years probation earlier this month. After nearly a year at a rehab center in Douglas County, those horses were moved today to a ranch near Springfield. That's about 3.5 hours southeast of Colorado Springs. KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller was there to get you this big development that you'll only see on 13.
We're going to put the mares in there to start with till we
Today,
get it
they
sorted
stepped out into their new normal, the Blue Rose Ranch.
What we provide here is an opportunity for the horses to go out and experience the prairie.
From hunger and devastation last year to open acres now. Owners Jim and Cheryl Webb will let these horses finally follow their instincts.
It's been a long time since these horses, they came from conditions of abuse, neglect, starvation, and filth to a place of total isolation. Now they got food, but they still didn't have a chance to be what they are naturally.
It's been a long road. The horses were discovered by a woman and her dog in a Black Forest barn nearly a year ago.
And I had ran and followed her, and that's when I had discovered, what was it, over a dozen bodies?
Some examiners weren't sure they'd all make it, especially prize-winning cutting horse Dual Peppy.
Dual Peppy has had the most long-term effects of any of them.
According to the medical records, which the Webbs just got today, the horse still goes through immense pain daily, including chronic arthritis in his shoulders.
He is older, but he has trouble, from what we understand, with his hocks. He has trouble with his back, legs. But, you know, we just now have him here, and we will do some assessment.
Dual Peppy got a lot of attention for those deplorable conditions when he was found 1 year ago, but the people at this ranch worry that so many other horses go through even worse situations and they don't get any attention.
But this guy, Colby we call him, we think he's going to make it.
The Webbs say Colby's story is all too common. It's why they started their ranch.
There aren't any camera trucks, you know, he's not famous, he's not a performance-bred horse, no one knows of him. These horses just come in the night alone, and it's just us. But we love them all the same, and we're going to do the very best for this horse, just like we will for Dual Peppy.
Experience they'll need.
It's a complex thing, and, you know, I don't want to sound new agey, but, you know, horses are complex.
As these newest arrivals settle in.
They're not all that different than people. They're certainly not as bright as people, but they're very smart.
Yeah, now the Webb said that eventually they will be selling those horses, but that probably won't happen for at least a few weeks. They're going to take every precaution possible. They have their own veterinarians that are going to come in, do their own analysis of the well-being of these horses, and also any buyers that would come forward, any prospective buyers that come forward, they're going to do a really deep background check into the people as well to make sure that everything goes smoothly. They've been through this before. They've been around for several years. They know what they're doing. They had a great reputation, so it looks like things are looking up for them.
Yeah, and also it's wonderful to see those horses able to go out to pasture. And
so majestic, so majestic, even when they came off in the very beginning.
Yeah, and the one thing Dual Peppy did do, they do have a lot more horses, and there were a lot more horses in the Black Forest case, but Dual Peppy brought essentially worldwide attention to this case because he was so famous, a champion cutting horse.
Yeah, and he was glad for the attention, but it's still a widespread problem beyond just this one.
That's right.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Greg.
Thanks.